All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about the first time that I was ever destiny swapped. Now, I was raised Christian. I'm not gonna say strictly Christian because it was extremely lukewarm. Yes, I did go to Christian schools, but we weren't in church every Sunday. Now, my grandmother, my mom's mom, she was real, Bible thumperish. One of them that's on the front pew that can't be trusted. The truth is the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. But my mom, um, that's a different story for a different day. But we definitely were not in church. Um, and I was raised, lukewarm Christian. I didn't know nothing about spirituality. I was told that it was all fake, evil, of the devil, all of it. Don't do it. So I didn't. I never really delved into it. I knew nothing about it. But I do remember as a child that every single Halloween, up until I probably stopped dressing up for Halloween, I wanted to be a witch. I don't know why. I wanted to be a witch. And my mama absolutely let me do it every single Halloween. After so long, she stopped even asking. She would just go ahead on and get a witch costume. But anywho, every other day of the year, honey, it was Christian. So I didn't know anything about this type of stuff. But as I've been on this spiritual journey, I have learned about it, and I have come to know that people enjoy destiny swapping me, honey. I am the pick of the litter, and that's just what it is. I've learned to just accept it because everybody else have. Shit, as much as these people have done this to me, I must be the cream of the crop. Anywho, okay, so this is the first time that I remember, it happening and the things that happened that let me know that she absolutely destiny swapped me. So this girl, I call her, we call each other cousin, but we are absolutely not cousins. She is not of my blood. And yeah, I'm healing, y'all. I'm trying to forgive. So I'm not gonna be mean and say mean things, and I'm not gonna say no names because I know how the internet can bully. But anywho, she ain't my cousin. We just grew up together. I met her when I was in the second grade and she was in the third grade. And I put emphasis on that because she is a one upper type of chick. She always wanted it to be known that she was in a grade above me, even though we were born in the same year. She was born at the beginning of the year. I was born at the end of the year. And when your birthday is late, you got to go a grade behind. But anywho, give her that because, God forbid. Just give her a little something. The first time I ever, remember or recognize that she had destiny swapped me, at this time we were in middle school and I was trying out for the drill team. I used to like to dance. I used to like to sing, dance. I was a very animated child. And I used to like to do the routine dances. So when I got to about the seventh grade, because my mama was not into that type of stuff, and yeah, I never got a chance to actually participate in any real routine dances. But I decided to go ahead and go for it once I got to the seventh grade. I tried out for the drill team. And me and this cousin friend, as she called it, we used to talk about it all the time. I wanted it that bad. I would show her the routine that the little tryout people had made up for us. She would help me with it, all of that. And I remember one particular day when she was leaving, her mama didn't have no car. She was one of them type of friends where, now I'm not gonna say that me and my family was just rich, but we was well off. I don't know struggle. My mama had McDonald's money, okay? Uh, and I'm not gonna say that they were just poor, that her and her family were just poor, but I wouldn't say that they were well off. Um, so it was one of them types of situations where me and my big old nice, kind-hearted self would always give her stuff, always buying her stuff, always whenever we had a softball game, mama, can you go and get her? It was always me giving, 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 per usual. It's been like that and probably will remain like that because I am a giving person. My discernment is higher and I know who to give to and who not to now. But anywho, I know it wasn't her mom. It probably was some dude because she's a slut. Anyway, and always has been for a long time. The truth is the truth. Um, when she was leaving, she was coming down the stairs. We stayed in a townhouse at this time. And she had a pair of shoes that I remember distinctly telling her she could not borrow. Now, did I used to let her borrow my stuff all the time? Yes. But those particular shoes, I did not want her to borrow because she don't take care of shit. Not her shit, not nobody else's shit. It could be the nicest bag. It could have the nicest name brand on there. After she owns it for about 2 months, it's going to look like it came from a thrift store. So I definitely did not want her to borrow this particular pair of shoes, right? And when she was coming down the stairs, and this was before that particular day that I had told her that she couldn't borrow those shoes. I noticed that day though, when she was coming down the stairs, she had those shoes in her hand. And me being not necessarily timid, um, but at the time, I think I was a little bit insecure about the amount of people that didn't like me. I was in my sleep state, you know. My mom wasn't that type of mom to be like, fuck all of them and you are beautiful. There wasn't, no. She actually sometimes would actually give reasons. And so now that I do know now, of course, people saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and that's why they don't like me. But then I didn't know that. Then I thought they was just, didn't like me for whatever I said, something mean or whatever stupid reason I would come up with in my head, and I was insecure about it. So I wanted to hold on to the little bit of friends that I had, right? So I didn't say anything. I don't know why. Just even thinking about it now, like I should go back to the memory and just football tackle her ass for taking my shoes. But anyways, I didn't say nothing. And knowing what I know now on my spiritual journey, if you don't say anything, it means that you are in agreement. I've learned that people can't take your energy. You have to give it to them. They can't take it from you. You have to give it to them. And of course, who's going to agree? Yeah, just take all my good energy for and you give me your bad. And ain't nobody going to agree to that. That's why they manipulate you into it. That's why she was holding them shoes purposely in a way that I would see them but not see them, and probably was trying to use some whatever witchery, that she was using, because I didn't know that she was into that type of stuff. Tell me something, honey. Whatever she was using mine stuff to make me not say nothing, but I didn't say nothing, so that pretty much put me into agreement. So, we get to try out day. Remember, I'm trying out for the drill team, right? And I bomb it, which is crazy because, like I said, I loved to dance. I used to love it. I was a very animated child, and I don't think my family liked that. It probably was something they done. But anywho, I bombed it. And I remember when I told her, she didn't seem too sad at all. She wasn't happy, but she wasn't sad either. I remember that. And I also remember her telling me that she had made the cheer team, something that she was not talking about. Something that she didn't seem to be interested in. She was fast. She was a fast girl. She was a hot girl. And that's just the truth. I'm not even trying to be mean or just, she was fast and hot in the ass, as the old folks like to say. It didn't even seem like something that she would even be interested in. She just wanted to do it because I was doing it. Can you just, but she had to switch it up a little bit because that's what they do. They switch it up a little bit so it won't seem like they're trying to do what you're doing, because it's not that they want to do it, they want you. They just want to be you. But anywho, I don't know the destiny swap spells. I have delved a little deep into this spirituality, and when I tell y'all, honey, I don't blame anybody that does not want to open their third eye. I wouldn't say keep it closed, but if you don't want to, I don't blame you, because the things that you see behind that veil, oh, oh my gosh, it's definitely, oh, it's ghetto back there, girl. Real ghetto. But anywho, eh, I don't know the spells. I don't want to know them. I think it is the lamest thing that a person could do. It's retarded. It makes absolutely, that's probably not a good thing to say. My bad. I'm not, it's not smart. Let me say that. It's not smart. It's just not smart. So I don't know the spell, but I know bits and pieces of it. And so, I know that, and you have to give them some type of energy. That's why they be trying to borrow your shit all the time. Or every now and then they calling you talking about some, hey girl, can you send me $10 on Cash App? I'm trying to do this, that, and the third. If you pay attention, it's probably around the moon cycles, on the new moon or on the full moon when they're doing this. Come by your house. I'm just come sit with you real quick. And what you doing, girl? I'm come sit with you real quick. And you not knowing anything about that type of stuff, you just excited to have some company. And she come over there and y'all go from the living room to your room, and she at your dresser looking in the mirror that's attached to your dresser, trying on your earrings and stuff, your jewelry and things. And 2 3 days later, you notice that them earrings that she tried on never left out of her ears, but y'all was talking and gossiping and doing whatever that you didn't even notice. So technically you in agreement. You gave her some of that energy. It's energy that's manifested into the 3D. Now, that may be a little bit too deep into the spiritual for you, and if you didn't get it, I understand. I'm not even going to explain it. I'm just going to say it's energy that's manifested into the 3D that you gave to her, and then they figure out some kind of way to go into the 5D or wherever they go. I don't know. Satan's lair probably, girl. Ain't no telling, girl. And try to switch some things up. It's just it's insane. She took my shoes and I didn't say anything. And then next thing I know, I didn't make the drill team, and she made that cheer squad, honey. It, always throwing it in my face, showing me her little cheer pictures and stuff, looking real. Just it just didn't fit her. It just didn't. I used to, see her doing the routine, that I just remember, I was such a good friend though. I would cheer and, be happy for her. And, all of that. Never even felt a jealous bone in my body about it, because I didn't want to be a cheerleader. Sometimes I'll be thinking they do that and they be trying to trigger jealousy in you. And I ain't even want to do that. But if they trigger it in you, it'll make them feel a little bit better about themselves being jealous. But you can't trigger that on me with something I didn't want. I didn't want that. So, I was out there happy. Even if I wanted it, I would have been happy for her. Happy, helping. But I just remember thinking, it's awkward, because she was one of the girls that was on some stripper stuff, the twerking, the glide down the pole, the hands on your knees. It's, the juvenile, back that ass up. That was her. It was so awkward. And that's what it is. That's why destiny swapping just does not make any sense. It's the dumbest thing that you can do. How you think you gonna mess up God's plan? It doesn't make sense. We all were brought here with our own destiny and our own purpose that was given to us by the Most High, which makes it beautiful. It's just for you. Why would you want to go and try to take somebody else's? And see, everybody thinks that, it's what the Bible verse say. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. You think you're just going to come here and do what you want to do, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it, which you can, because we all have free will. But you're not going to follow God's plan or his purpose for you, and you just going to get to stay here. It makes no sense. And I can't make it make sense for you if you don't even get that. I can't. That's the best way that I can explain it. Anywho, it just it baffles me. And even when I was living as a lukewarm Christian, I knew, that God wasn't to be played with. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like I'm a saint, because I'm far from it. I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. God is still working on me. And I'm just so grateful and thankful that he still loves me while I'm working through this. I'm not a saint, and I dang sure wasn't a saint when I was ignorant and living however. But I had my limits now. I ain't just like I knew how far to take certain things. Like now, I know God ain't gonna he ain't gonna like that. I'm not doing that. I might mess around and see him then for real. Like I'm going to him if I do that there. It's like, come on. And I know that they have all these different organizations and underground secret society cults, whatever you call them. I don't know, child, because I hate to even dive into it. That's one of them things you might as well go ahead on and sit me in the punk bitch section, because Lord, I get so floored. Like, people are out here really doing this. They are out here doing it, honey. I know that they probably tell you that it's okay, and they show you these different scenarios and all this, but baby, you got to learn how to think for yourself. You need to learn how to sit down somewhere and do your own research. You need to learn how to, it's 2024 now. The information is so easy to find. When they were doing it back in the 70s and 80s, it's kind of a little bit more understandable because they would have to go to the library, or I don't know how they researched stuff back then. Oh my God, how did y'all do it? We can Google it, honey, right in the palm of our hands. I don't understand why you wouldn't even want to go home and research it for yourself. You know, I notice a lot of people be talking about the people that get destiny swapped and talking to them, but nobody talks to the people that actually do it. Make it make sense for me. Comment down below and make it make sense. Because as far as I have done, as far as the research that I have, it doesn't make sense. As far as the research that I have done, it does not make sense. That you think you just gonna come in and just change what the Most High have already set into place, and you're just gonna get away with it. You see, you are so focused on somebody else's destiny and somebody else's future that you're neglecting your own. And if you're not here doing what you're supposed to do, what's the point in you being here? God's going to give you chance after chance, cycle after cycle. Okay, maybe she'll clear it next cycle. Okay, maybe she'll clear it next cycle, until the point where he's going to be like, come on back home, baby. Just come on. You ain't getting it, baby. Come on back home. Go on, and just, if you still haven't made sense of it, go on and make your arrangements. That's the least you can do. Don't leave your kids with nothing but alone, as in by themselves. Go ahead on and get you an insurance policy on yourself, because eventually you're going to have to go on and go back to see them. So that's the least. You might as well just do that. If you're not going to do what you were put here to do, you're just going to keep trying to do what other people were put here to do. Go ahead on and sometimes, the times that you got away with it, them people were in a karmic state. Now, like I said, I'm new to spirituality. These are just, my thoughts and my opinions. If you're listening and you made it this far in the video, and if you're a little upset, I'm sorry. If I say something wrong, you can correct me. I'm okay with being corrected. But it just seems to me like the reason you were able to get away with it the times that you did is because those people were in a karmic state. So you ended up being their karma. But eventually you're going to have to pay for what you're doing. So you're going to end up running into that one person that is actually out here doing the work to heal themselves. They're not hurting others. They're walking in their divine energy. They are trying to get closer to God, strengthen their connection to the divine. And you're going to destiny swap the wrong one. Now, do I believe everything that the Bible say? I didn't used to. I probably do now that I'm able to see it from a different perspective. But I do know that there are books missing out of it, and the information is written in a way to manipulate. But I do know that it's saying, and I do believe it wholeheartedly, that one verse that says, do not touch my anointed and do my prophets no harm. He means what he say. That's what I mean. That's just the law. That's just what it is. And you're going to end up running into that person. And you're going to go on. There's no more clearing the karma. There's no more cycles for you to clear the karma. He's just going to go ahead on and bring you. You're going to go on to the gates. And we're going to have to, have something to do next week. Like, why would you want to do that? Make that make sense. I see, and that's one of the things about, like I said, opening that third eye up and delving into that spirituality, baby. Whew, it's that time. 2024 is that year. He tired. It's time. It's the year of 8, the year of karma. So I would hope that you haven't been out here destiny swapping people all of this time, so much so that you don't even know what your own purpose is. You don't even know what you like. You don't even know what you want to do out of life. You don't even know what makes you happy. You don't even know nothing about yourself, because you have destiny swapped with so many others and have been walking around in so many different people's energies. You about got 50 different attachments to yourself. Your energy body is just black. It's shut down. There are no colors, no nothing. Why would you want to do that to yourself? It doesn't make sense because that's eventually what's going to happen. So if you're researching about it, I sure hope you found this video and you thought twice before you put yourself into a karmic state that you cannot get yourself out of. Destiny swapping is absolutely an abuse of power. God gave you his power and you chose to use it to hurt someone else instead of help humanity and yourself. You chose to use it to hurt. You abused the power that God gave you. You might as well had slapped him right in the face. And I have come to know he might not hit you back that first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time, but baby, when he hit hard. He hit hard. He, Mother Earth, what the universe, Buddha, Jesus, any whatever you want to call the creator, baby, when it hit back, when it hit back, it's not gonna be because he only gave you a little bit of the power. He got all of the power. Why would you use a little bit that you got to slap the person that gave it to you, the most high that gave it to you in the face? It just doesn't it doesn't make sense. All this free will that we have, you think you done looked into somebody Akashic records and know what they gonna do. You think you can see the future and you know how something gonna turn out when God done gave all of us all of this free will. That's what you saw is what would have happened had they made that choice. But when they get to that situation and they make a different choice, then what? You're up shit creek. Just don't do it. How about that? I would just baby, they are going to be so mad at me about this video. Anywho, that's just one of my little, I got a lot of little Destiny swap stories that I'm going to tell, but that's just one of them. And that's just one of the reasons why I feel like Destiny swapping is the dumbest thing that you could possibly do. If you don't agree, comment, engage with the video. I don't care. Like it, thumbs it down, subscribe. You got free will, baby. Use it. Use your free will. And I will definitely see you all. Well, I don't know. I don't see y'all because I'm doing voiceovers. Bye.